It's big 99.9 hits. That's what it is. It's on 365 on that app. You know what I'm saying? And my folks and shit, like they had a show on another station, on the iHeart station. They got a show on the iHeart station. And because they like what they're doing with the iHeart show, they're giving them a station. So they can, you know what I mean? It's like they're giving them a block, they're hustling them, you feel me? See what they can do with it. So they're looking for content, you know what I mean? They got the music up and running, and they're doing some videos too. And they're about to start having like a TV side where they're gonna start doing like shows and shit. You want me to do a radio show? It's gonna be kind of like a podcast. I got two of them. One that's like general. I'm gonna have a Puerto Rican dude and a black girl's co-host. That give me a little widespread of diaspora, you feel me? And then we just want to talk about, current shit, you know what I mean, current affairs, stuff like that. So it'd be more like like how I'm titling is like it's What's the Science with KBGOD, featuring two other people. And then it's an interesting show with some interesting people that have an interesting point of view. And I got another one that's gonna be more like an interview show. And it's called Top and Bottom. It's gonna have just like a bar setting. You know what I'm saying? Me and one of them interviewing, we're just gonna be like sitting at a bar, just busting it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, having like an intimate conversation where it's not even like an interview, we just sitting there busting it up. Like how like Graham Norton, like is it Graham Norton or Graham Newton? That's his name, right? Graham Newton. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Graham Newton.
Graham Newton.
Is it Graham Newton? And white dude, he do interviews and shit. He's sitting, sitting in chairs with the dude and doing interviews and shit.
I think that's the dude I've seen before.
You know, something like that. Newton, something like that. He come on late night. Yeah. Once they said you want to go to Allentown, you know what I'm saying? I can show you how to get out there and shit. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I'll be catching I catch a van. They give me door-to-door service. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's $30. You know what I mean? Because they say you want to come out there, so build on the shit that y'all been talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Like I plan on going home either Thursday or Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I know you said you were going to Philly, right?
I'm actually going to heading out to Philly on Thursday, and then going to DC on the weekend.
Okay.
And then I go back to Harlem.
Okay, Monday. And you're gonna be out here since the 21st, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heading out to Medellin.
So we're talking about Monday, 7 days from now. That's like 15. So you're gonna be leaving like next Monday after that, almost, right? And then
The 21st is on Sunday.
Sunday. So you still gonna be here like another whole week, and you come back to DC.
Yeah. I'm coming back to DC.
All right, cool. So I'll make sure, so I tell him, like sometime that week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like I'm gonna be here for a couple of days, so we gonna see each other. You can build with him. Yeah, definitely.
All right, we got Light Visible, Smell Goods, SW, Kevin Spencer Jr. Welcome to the channel. Shaquem, District 120, Reveal, High Ease, Divine Understanding. Bring me a Gatorade orange, orange Gatorade. And today is kind of a do-over. So I'm just taking questions today. I ain't really got all that much to say. Don't really have all that much to say to it. Right, Robbie, sincere. Have time. You like the title of this one? So finally able to chat around this time. West Coast Wise. Well, yesterday we was on the last night we started off the City Sciences channel. Rome Fetty. All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and put the link in here. Go ahead and put the link in there. So, you know, maybe I got hope. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll be back with a rant. I'll be back with a rant for tomorrow, possibly. Him back. Please. All right, we don't have everybody going back to high scientists. No questions here. Rome Fetty, you usually have some questions.
Peace. Peace. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Peace, 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 sharing, man. Who's gonna turn the camera? Oh, no, am I really right there? You turn the camera.
So Sincere got a question. Why does the Born Decree in 1 of 14 say that the devil has to study 35 to 50 years and there are white 5%? Well, the Born Decree in 1 of 14 is not talking about us. Like that's talking about when as Islam is expanding, it's all different deals that they make. You know what I'm saying? Some places you gotta pay tax. Some places get to be down with them. You know what I'm saying? And that was the signs for individuals who was teaching Islam, but in secret. That's not a 1964 to the present science. When I was looking up gain of function research, I discovered a new word, allele, which seems to be a term used on the topic of dominant and recessive traits. The word is very close to the spelling Allah. Da Vinci.
I thought you came, but I thought you didn't come back. Yeah. Peace. Peace. Oh.
Was some Sony stuff?
Oh, no. Damn. Damn. You got me so angry. Damn.
Absolutely, 35 and 50 equals 85. And got a little bit sluggish today too, I guess. But Show what you got today.
Yeah, that's all. I don't really talk about some of them. I'm confused. H here. And then father. So when I look those up, well, when I look at the earth, when I look at the eye, it's really just giving me definitions of the significance of.
Those are the those are the individuals that's living out whatever's the history.
Yes.
You, he, her, I, them, they. These is the people that's the players. You understand what I'm saying? So, when it says I, that's I as in self. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody, those are the different relationships that you're dealing with. Just like when you start to get into the lessons, you're gonna see that, there's God, there's the devil, you know what I'm saying? There's civilized people, there's savages, you know what I'm saying? And all these people got certain characteristics. So, being able to identify who's the I and who's the you, and in life in general is valuable.
So, can he and her use identifying he and her? Is that similar to identify who you is?
Well, man and women is those is two of the main players. You know what I'm saying? Like when you deal with civilized people and uncivilized people, all of this, you start getting into more kind of more detailed descriptions. You know what I'm saying? But you got general descriptions that you can describe. You can say, on the planet Earth is man and woman, right? And you catch everybody. You understand what I mean? Well, you got some people now. But outside of that, you can describe everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Or you could say God and the devil. You know what I'm saying? And have a description of everybody that existed. You know what I'm saying? But if you say, any group of particular people, like even if you say the Jews or the Muslims or something, now you're in a more detailed description where you're going to catch less people.
Well, father, it basically was just male parent. When I looked into the etymology of it, part of it was he who begets a child, like the nearest male ancestor. But another definition was any lineal male ancestor supreme. So his father, I know the father's not used the same way as he used as far as like Christianity and shit like that. So how is father used?
Father is a role. It's a role, of a male, with responsibility for the family. You understand what I mean? As opposed to a son, which is a different male with a different role. You understand what I'm saying? So, there's the actual physical aspect, right, of impregnating a woman, right? But there's also the role, of father, which is that's kind of where we diverge from Christianity, where he don't play the role as much. You understand what I mean? He's the father in terms of the creator or whatever, but in terms of him playing a role here on the planet Earth. I don't know what it is.
So different roles. Is it, all right, so when you said different roles as far as like father and son, it kind of like reminded me of the being born. You explained to me.
Yeah.
So
You see what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. So see how you see father is right there, right? And see mother is also a role. You see what I mean? So that's why he or her is in it. You see what I mean? Because all of those things, right? The polarity got to be adjusted for the signs of women too. You see what I'm saying?
for divine, main definitions I'm not of God or related to God.
Mhm.
And the etymology of like the bird form was to make up by supernatural insight. So I know the divine can be of God. So does it mean anything as far as like my actions would be divine?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Divine is also something that's pure. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the things when you're saying that it's of God, you know what I'm saying? It hasn't been tainted, you know what I'm saying, in any way by, whatever earthly original sin is supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So, your actions, you know what I'm saying, is not tainted by, things that's going on around you in the world, but supreme mathematics and supreme ideas.
It's, I made me think of when we talk about power refinement is the impurities.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think to be of God,
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't know if I'm understanding this right, but to be of God, how we speak about when it comes to power. We kept saying power is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Do things with power is how you get things. Like how you move in a righteous manner.
Mm-hmm.
So does that coincide with refinement and power? Like the same way, like divinity, because refinement is the movement of the things. So if everything's of divine, does that mean it's refined?
See, divine is really things that can't be tainted. You understand what I mean? Like, see, your mind can't be tainted. You see what I'm saying? Things that's subject to, the level of 6 can be tainted. You understand what I'm saying? So, once you're saying that something is divine, then, now it don't need to be refined. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, the signs, when you say that something is divine, you know what I mean? That's what it means, that it's like in usage, right? When something is divinely inspired, you know what I mean? It's just inspired just strictly by God. It's not nothing to do with this realm right here of the planet. You see what I'm saying?
You talk about king, because as far as king, I kept hearing, or I kept looking up like the male ruler of the country or like the male monarch.
Yeah, that's what the king is. A male ruler. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with the science of, they see, every person, right? Say in America, the way the American political system works, every person is sovereign. Like, every person is free. Every person, like right now, if there was no government and private property and that, right, you'd be able to go into the forest, right? Chop down your trees, make your house, and wherever you was at over there, you make the rules. There's no vaccine mandates unless you want. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you're the king over there in your kingdom.
So why does it say 4?
Well, when you're dealing with that means a decision. Like you can pick one. You understand what I'm saying? So in a particular instance, right, you might be talking about K, right? Or the manifestation of what K means in a particular scenario. And you're talking about the king, right? Or you could be talking about the kingdom. You see what I mean? Like, or is just is exactly what it means, you know, or is the opposite of and. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you had said you said to make me mark the difference between the two as far as like picking and choosing which one. I thought you meant as far as like being the king and being part of the people.
No. Just in terms of, you know, what is the manifestation of that letter as we communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like
The context.
yeah,
The context.
you can say it's the context. You know what I mean? But you know, those are two. See, because you know, the two can't really exist without each other. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't really be a king without a kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't really have a kingdom without a king.
That's why I was like, that's why I ain't get with you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is that they still two distinct things. You see what I mean? Because see, I can see a kingdom, right, without seeing you. But see, seeing that kingdom shows me that you exist. See what I mean? It's like if you walk in a house, right, and it is cleaned up, you know somebody lives there. You understand what I mean? You can tell, you know, if they got all video games set up right here, you can tell they play video games. You understand what I'm saying? You know, if they got a sewing machine over there, you can tell they sew clothes.
That's
Where's VC Realm? Is VC Realm in here yet? Let's talk to VC Realm. There he goes right there. VC Realm. How about the Knicks? Yeah, take time out for that. Okay, what you saying?
we were talking about, I think I asked you about what we speak about how people change their names. And names is the code to the cipher in which they manifest.
Say it again.
You said people's names is the code to the cipher in which they manifest. So you know, people, as far as you know, you was explaining to me how you chose things from the album that which resonated with you. Is that similar to how people, well, people who don't think in the same way, or people who aren't part of the nation, is that like similar to the same that, like taking back the whole slavery thing?
Well, yeah, definitely, you know, we choose our names in our language, you know what I'm saying? You know, we in particular don't use the term slave names, right? What we use is the name honorable names because, you know, our parents didn't give them to us to make us slaves. You understand what I mean? Did we acquire those names in that language through slavery? Yes. You know what I mean? But what we have is honorable names, right? Because those names got us to where we at right now. You understand what I mean? Like right now, you know, is there you know, good or bad things, right? Is there good things that you did in that name that you want to continue to claim? You know what I'm saying? You know, and are there bad things that you did in that name that you can't escape? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's your honorable name that you had until you was able to choose the righteous name that, you know, manifests in full who you are. You know what I mean? Just, you know, in other places, a name is more like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people who name be like one who climbs over the mountaintop and shit. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you have people who, you know, they don't get their name until after the people watch them for a while and see what they have is, and then they give them that name.
Definitely starting to see the difference. Just how the science behind, well, even understanding the math difference, like compared to when you first started explaining everything, that's how it applies to the things I'm currently going through or experiencing, and realizing the difference. As far as like the main thing, like who this person was and what they would do was connected to that, and the person I'm manifesting to be, trying to be, and realizing the differences in the two. So definitely started like, I don't really know how to say it, but just the experience and like the difference, like I look at things totally.
See, if you experience the knowledge of self and it don't bring about no change, and you're not one of us. It's like when you do the litmus test and you put the drop in there and it's supposed to turn a certain color. And if it don't turn that color, it's not acid. You know what I'm saying? So if you drop the mathematics in there and it ain't no response,
Yeah,
you're not one of us.
I be speaking to people now, and I noticed the difference in the words I use, how careful I am, how I use it. Just like, because it's just from going back and looking up words and like looking at definitions and realizing he was positive.
And now you realize sometimes you wasn't saying what you mean. I'm just saying, yeah, that's it.
And I realized that people don't even be understanding what they're saying either. Like the things that they're saying is not really what they're saying. So it's like I understand it. I perceive it different from what they're really telling me, but I can see what they're telling me. That's why I be trying to like fix little shit like that. People aren't really receptive of it.
But see, not let them talk. See, that's how you figure out who they are. Go ahead, let them talk. Don't fix it. They'll come to you when they realize they need to fix it. See, we don't proselytize. Those that want to know, we let them know. As I look at what the culture degree says, when it says we take everything but the language, meaning it's not what's on the outside, but what's within. That's why the 9th degree would allow them to become monster. That's true. I mean, you know, the language itself, you know, we dealt with that. You know, just the language itself is dangerous. Operation of Providence Plantation is wise you, knowledge a lot, mind understanding. It said, oh yeah, the goggles. Yeah. I'm rocking goggles when I'm out on the streets. Keeps people away from me. Now, rule you a lot. See, DC Rel, you starting to seem like you're coming around to seeing what's really going on with the next kid. It seems like you starting to come to your senses. So what I gave you up to? Master, right?
That's,
Master.
so we,
I had some other stuff too. I think.
master is in the verb form, like to master, like to become skilled, efficient at something. That's not brain or something.
Well, uh, well, actually, all of those definitions. You understand what I'm saying? You know, see when you communicate the language, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, everything you're saying is not going to be positive. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, there is some people that like when we say trying to master the original man. You understand what I'm saying? That's in the lessons, you know, that's something where yeah, you're trying to control this other person, right? Through you know, some type of slave setup, whether it's mentally or physically. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, you know, you got the master and the slave just with, you know, the computer and the printer. You know what I'm saying? One is the master, one is the slave. You know what I mean? As you said, it's also to, you know, acquire proficiency, you know, in any skill, you know, and it's also one having acquired significant skill in any field. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you can have a kung fu master who's mastered the skills of kung fu, which allows him to reign as a master over these people because he can beat them up. You see what I mean? And that's what you communicate, but it's just that knowing what that means, you can see it for what it is. You see what I mean? Just because, like you said, like we looking at the person right here, right? And the person is a master, but we don't know what he's doing with that mastery. You understand what I'm saying? Like a person could, like I said, a person could master kung fu, right? And then they could deal with defending people, or they could deal with offending people. You see what I'm saying?
So, so our king, that's their rule. Do they all like coincide?
Mm-hmm. You said, who are the ones that wear the sword above the sun and the stars? Yeah, that's the Shriners. But, you know, they have bugged out. They have bugged out group of characters. See, those are the individuals that wear it now, right? But the Shriners wasn't around. The Shriners wasn't around. They was around when the degree was written, but they wasn't around at the time that the degree is talking about. The Shriners is a group of Masons that sometime in the 1800s, the late 1800s, they had a party where it was like an Egyptian theme or something to the party. You know what I'm saying? So then they formed a secret organization, and you know they use those themes. So you know the fez and all of that was common things that was used, common, you know, guards from the Middle East at that time. You know, because of the Ottoman Empire and all of that. You know, a lot of customs were spread all throughout there, and you know, they got a Masonic organization, You know, you never seen where like the Shriners the Shriners Children's Hospital. You never seen that like on the news? Not on the news, but like commercial. Like if you Google it on your phone right now, Shriners Children's Hospital, you see it come up with their that's like their most kind of like popular thing that they do. You know what I mean? Whatever that else is that they do, I don't know. So they wear more than a flag. They take in Muslim names, take their oaths on the Quran, first degrees, the masonry, you take their oath on the Bible. After that, it's mandatory to use the Quran. I mean, you know. It's one, yeah, VC Brown is saying that he is one in St. Louis, a children's hospital. Yes, it's ones like if you you know just around America you see different ones. So you got the rest, number the rest of the paper down to 26. Yeah, man, I ain't really got no time. I don't want to be messing with the. I don't want to be messing with the medicine cabinet today. That's X-Men. Oh, that's crazy. Did anybody see that? Like I've been seeing it for a couple of days. But I just now today really, but I think they like in some preliminary stage from what I saw about it. But did anybody see that the guys that killed Ahmaud Arbery, their cases, it looks like they in the motions right now. I didn't really tune in, but from what they saying, you know, they determining you know, how you can speak on it and, you know, what evidence is going to be in. So it looks like they're in the hearing stage still right now, but the Ahmaud Arbery case, well, not Ahmaud, but because I don't like when that happens. You know, when people say the Ahmaud Arbery case, like he's the one on trial for murder. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. They don't do that to other people. You know what I mean? But these individuals that's on trial for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, their cases, it appears to have come up. So let's see what happens, you know, because mostly, you know, I mean, I don't want to say that brothers just wasted their time, you know what I'm saying? Definitely some noise was made, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, it seems like mostly everybody that all that protesting was about war. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't think they'll be found guilty. They'll get a hung jury at most. I think isn't the individual that killed the people up there in Kenosha, his he's up now too. True Divine. Said black Shriners use Egypt and white Shriners use Islam. After they become Master Masons, they become Shriners. I mean, the Shriners is just it's a different organization. At least to my understanding. I don't get into it. You know, mostly, like I said, they just go gamble. They go to the Atlantic City and Mohegan Sun over there. Who says Shriners is a new phenomenon. The tradition came from the Crusades. Absolute Boss Collective. Yeah, now July, yeah, the brother did, well, the cat over there in Kenosha, yeah, he shot all white people. So yeah, we'll really see, we'll really be able to see what happens for that. But you know, one thing I would still say, you know, and I mean, it's not like we didn't know that the whole time, but just the way nothing has happened recently, it kind of shows you that there was some hidden hands behind those protests. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, one would think that if they was purely organic, that there would be some protests going on right now. But jury's still out on that, I guess.
I had worked, that's the black one. They told me that if I read it, to let me know what I think of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first few pages, tells you. I forgot who had told me. They told me one. It might have been you, or it was I forgot his name. When I first came out of Saturday class, but he told me that he would see like the answer with them, like the first few pages of the book. And I'm going the first few pages is talking about God has man-like qualities, and he's like a lady, God, man. Mm-hmm. He's like, after you read that,
yeah, but see, like I said, it's one of them things that, and then see, even coming over here, right, and seeing the mathematics first, see it becomes obvious, right? Because see, like I was saying with King of Kingdom, right? You know, once you have that type of understanding, that type of mindset, where it's like, okay, I see the kingdom right here, right? I see this fruit right here, so I know there has to be a seed, right? And see that seed of ideas, right, that's inside of things. Just like, for instance, have you ever seen that story, or have you ever heard what the Wizard of Oz is about? It's about some economic shit. Like the yellow brick road and all that shit, it's supposed to represent the gold standard. But that's the way it's a dude. If you go on Google, right? Google, not on Google, on YouTube, right? Look up the Wizard of Oz and you know, economic, whatever. And there's a guy on there that he's saying that, yeah, it's about economic theory, like the yellow brick road was about them maintaining the gold standard and, you know, different things that the way he was breaking it down. You see what I mean? You see, when you know that, okay, there's a seed of an idea, now you can start to look in all these stories and see, you know, like we can see the obvious ones, like the little boy that cried wolf. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, those things exist in everything, you know what I mean? Even in school books or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You know, even to the degree where it's like, having X amount of, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve. I said economic theory, but yeah, the Federal Reserve and the Wizard of Oz. Google that, you know what I'm saying, and you'll see this guy breaking down the Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? But see, as a kid, you don't have that understanding. It's just a,
I be wondering if they do that on purpose. There's a lot of movies that got like
yeah, they do it on purpose.
subtle messages, or just messages
Like, you know,
dressed up nice.
Little Red Riding Hood is really just telling women don't be out alone at night. Like the story is really about rapists and shit. Like I heard that even like the story that it is now was cleaned up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, when you were a kid, it's just, you know, funny story, some girl, you know what I'm saying?
Like, there's a lot of stuff like, even like Winnie the Pooh. It's talking about like each character represents something else, like something as far as like an emotion or like a certain state.
Right, but see, the two things is one, you gotta have the mindset, right? Of knowing that those seeds exist, that those seeds is planted and whatever you reading, right? And then the other thing, you gotta know the language. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning like, you know, like say like the difference, you know, with Eastern or Western philosophy, you understand what I mean? Or like say like if you looking at Egyptology, right? All them symbols don't mean what they mean to us. You see what I'm saying? Most symbols mean what they mean to us through Christianity. You see what I mean? So the serpent in Egyptology is not the same as the serpent in Christianity. The serpent in Egyptology means wisdom. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't speak that language, you know, and be from that place and have those experiences in that mindset, you can't understand it. See, that's why we deal with science from 1964, the stuff right now. Like we study that history and we know what is there. We know that it's examples of what to do in some cases and what not to do, right? And who's the people that do them, right? But we not, you know, we're not trying to go back right now and wear the garb that Muhammad wore and pray the amount of times that Muhammad prayed. And yes, I'm saying, you know, wear the suit that Farah wore. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it. So, oh wow, there's only, now Rule said there's only one black juror on which jury? Because that's I know well on Ahmaud Arbery, because you know I guess that would be just the disadvantage of where the crime took place, because that's like a white area. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, it's not funny, but I'm just saying that. You know, but hey, look, you know, the good thing is, you know, with the jury, you only need one. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if who that brother or sister stands up.
The jury, like you said, it's a jury of peers. So it's supposed to be people that's.
Shaquem said, bro, trials are in progress now. Kenosha's further along, expected to last 2 weeks. First time I'm seeing a trial with no blacks involved around BLM protests. Yeah, that's
It's all coming out.
you know, but it goes to show you, man, of what I'm saying, just in terms of you know, dealing with freedom, justice, and equality, you know, fighting for freedom, justice, and equality. You know, colored people, right? They not really together. To say how they always say black people is not monolithic, white people is not monolithic either. You know what I'm saying? Supreme Man, what's your signs? You tuck the cable up? He came on. You talking came on. Did he call you about why Kim? You know, I meant to call you too, guy, but it's just been so hectic, guy, going to these memorials and all this shit. And then, yo, God, I ain't even, today I'm barely here, guy. But, yeah, King was. Listen, guy, you know your tree, man. You know your tree. Oh man, listen, they talk about, you know, why Kim is giving some interviews or something now. He's giving some interviews and you know, whatever he told K-Boy feels like, nah, this is, we're gonna go into that, tell the whole story. So now K-Boy did another jump off saying, yo, man, catch what the real story, man, how that is. So now Y is apparently upset with K-Boy. Our brothers, man. But peace.
Gracias, Dios.
I
Good to see you, man.
No doubt, man. You come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be in Holland like up until the 21st. So
right,
definitely gotta catch up to Bill, man.
All right, I'll be here at 7 tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Nice to meet you.
So they want you to give an interview on that? Yes, I ain't involved. But just saying in terms of, you know, you got, you know, colored people is not monolithic, but they do have monolithic ideas that exist amongst them. You know what I'm saying? You know, like capitalism, Christianity. You know what I'm saying? These is monolithic ideas where they're able to see their unity in those ideas. You know what I'm saying? Nationalism. You know what I'm saying? You know, these is ideas, you know, that kind of supersede, you know, sometimes temporarily and sometimes permanently other barriers. You understand what I mean? Like in Europe, nationalism pretty much destroyed tribalism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you go to most other places in the world, right, the people could tell you they tribe. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you rarely hear Europeans say, yeah, you know, from, you know, you might hear like the Irish say that they Celtic. You know what I'm saying? Like every blue moon, you know, you hear about some tribes, the Anglos, the Saxons, but you don't never see a person from England saying, yeah, I'm Saxon. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's so you know, it's the same type of thing, you know, with us where you know, we don't have really the development of monolithic ideas that destroy the different forms of tribalism. You know what I'm saying? You know, like even if that idea exists, it don't supersede the tribalism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we could all be from LA, but we blood in AllahChrist. It's just not saying. That's not what I'm saying. That doesn't supersede that. Yes, I mean, in some instances, like in the music, you might see dudes that, yeah, we go off, we gonna rock like that, but it hasn't en masse superseded. You know what I'm saying? So, just saying that to say with the Kenosha instance, right, where, the Caucasian shot the other 3 Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? They not down together. You know what I mean? Now, there's certain monolithic ideas like patriotism that they might find themselves fighting in the same army though. You see what I'm saying? But when they come out the army, we going back in our tribes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess in a way, and you know what is wild too? What was the original reason they was protesting in Kenosha? I forget. What was the original? Wasn't it a brother that got returned that they was originally protesting out there? Like, did we forget about something? What was the knowledge? What was the original reason they was doing in Kenosha in the first place? So you got what's that? 14 is now nation or end.
Now nation or end.
Yeah, now, comma, nation or end. END.
Where's the place you're talking about?
Kenosha that's in Milwaukee. So the brother got shot. Oh yeah, the brother that got shot in the back. That was he was getting in the car. And what happened with that brother? See, that's what I'm saying. We totally forgot. Like, what was that thing, brother? I know it was something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Oh wait, you talking about the guy that shot people in the protest? Like,
Yeah.
and like they bonded him out or whatever?
Yeah. Ricky Schroeder from different, not different strokes. What's it? What's the name of it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Not Family Time. What's the name of that thing? Silver Spoons.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought Ricky Schroeder was a good guy. He had this TV show back in the days when he had video games in his house. Like the real arcade video games, not like PlayStation and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, he seemed like a really cool kid back then. Now I find out you arch racist.
Arch racist.
Yeah. But yeah, does anybody know what happened with the brother? I remember he was paralyzed, you know what I'm saying? He was in bad shape. And that was just an ugly situation. Like now that you say it, I recall now it was something where like his kid's moms called the police saying some stuff that was like Jacob Blake, he's paralyzed from the waist down. I mean, look, that's better than the neck down, man. You know what I'm saying? That's better than the neck down. That's all you can say, man. But man, and so, oh yeah, I recall those cops. They didn't even get charged, did they? Supreme Court is Dave. Wait, who's Dave? Dave is. It's Cypher. P is power. Okay, so Jacob's case is still moving. So far, no one's been charged, but you're saying that now he's headed to the Supreme Court. Question, is Crump his lawyer? That guy, just let me know what kind of hope we got. Let me, because if Crump is down, prognosis not good. We had P 16, 17, Q, Queen. $18 is ruler. Ah, man, he got Crump. Yo, am I the only one that's seeing that this guy is or am I missing something? Like I'd rather get a motherfucking car accident attorney than Crump. We have 19, right? Self and savior.
Self or savior.
Mm-hmm. Complete. It was something I was thinking about complete. Something I meant to tell you, I can't recall what it is. 20 is T, truth is square. Oh, stop it, Supreme, man.
We spoke.
Huh?
That's I think we spoke about standing on the square.
Yeah, that's good. Stop it, not Johnny Cochran. Don't say Johnny Cochran within 5 minutes of saying Crump. They don't like after you said Crump, after you talking about Crump, wait like 5 minutes before you speak about the late great Johnny Cochran. Don't have people thinking like they're not the same. Like Johnny Cochran is a attorney. I don't know what the fuck Crump is. You can't, that's like putting Michael Jordan and Steve Urkel in the same categories. Shit like that don't work, right? You know how. Who we at? 21? 21 is you. All I can tell you is I saw this well recently. I guess everybody saw it. Did everybody see on Nicholas? That's what I meant to say about you to say you Supreme, man. But that's a good reveal. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to mention that to Supreme, man. But what I saying for that? 22. Oh yeah, 22 is V, victory. But yeah, Supreme, man, that's what was sidetracking is Christopher Darden, oh, that's what I was gonna say, is that Netflix thing that came out about OJ. Did you see the Netflix thing when they made about if OJ was really guilty?
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it was like, yeah, this nigga's dead guilty. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so this nigga Johnny Cochran, he got you off, and this was the situation. Like, wait a minute. You saying when you got arrested, this was the situation, and Johnny Cochran walked you up out of there? Oh man, listen, you know what I'm saying? We talking about a master. We talking about a master motherfucking attorney. You know what I'm saying?
You see, there's a show on Netflix called, I mean, not Netflix, show who called Dope Sick. You seen
On is Dope Sick Love or Dope Sick?
it? Dope Sick.
Yeah, if you ever see Dope Sick Love, that one's hilarious. Listen, it came on HBO back in the day, man. But Supreme Man, what do you think about that? Christopher Darden is representing somebody, he's defending either one or more of the people that's in Pop Smoke's case. One or more of the defendants from Pop Smoke's case is being represented by Christopher Darden. Yeah, and I remember Supreme Man was saying, nah, son, something ain't right. The fix is it. What is he doing? And at the time, I was like, Supreme, man, don't jump out the window. But now I'm seeing like, wait a minute, when it's a rapper, like he's taking rapper cases or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that this time. Supreme, man, I can't explain that away this time. Something ain't right with that. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Supreme Man pointed it out when he was the defense for the Nipsey case. And at the time, I was like, say, come on, you know how it is. It's just lottery, son. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer just happened to be in the court at the time when you get in the ring. You know, but now this is a little bit over the top. This is a little bit over the top. We got the God IB in the room. You know, IB put me on to this room. Shout out to the God IB. He be in there building with them. He be, you know, because he got degrees and all that in the public health and all that. So he kicking it with them on that level. You know what I'm saying? He put me on to this room where whatever's the cutting edge things that's going on with the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? They be up on it in that room. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see them talking about something in the room and then the alert will come from the New York Post. You know what I'm saying? That what they talking about is actual, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, on that room, I don't know if anybody up on that they got a pill now. Yes, that's what I said. This room be on the cutting edge of what's going on with this. And they got a lot of people in there that purport to be medical experts. You know, you gotta take things with a grain of salt. It's just, you know, it's just a place where
What's it for though?
it's just you know the Clubhouse app.
No, I'm talking about. No, I know.
Oh, with the what's the name? The pill?
It's like a vaccine or like an immunization.
Nah, I think it's like after you get it, I think. You know what I mean? But if IB come on, he can drop a little more on it, you know what I mean? But because I was asking him about it earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that the thing is though, that from his understanding of the research he done, because you know all this stuff is brand new. So he was saying so far the research he done, it appears that the pill has to be used in conjunction with HIV medicine.
What?
Yeah. Like that's the same thing I said.
What?
Listen, I don't make this stuff up. I just report it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yo, watch Dope Sick on Hulu. It's about it's kind of related, but it's about how they was pushing OxyContin.
Yeah.
And like the cases behind that, how it like never really went public.
Mm-hmm.
It go behind the scenes and shows how like, everybody knew this shit was fucking niggas up.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
Still doing.
you gotta watch it. So what's the name? What they call it? The Wonderful World of Jessica White. Yeah, this was, I saying, look, this was, and these motherfuckers is it's about a family of hillbillies, right? And they like just terrorizing this area, like this, like this, like all of the criminals, all of the drug addicts in this area is in this family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, the Wonderful World of Jessica White. Something. What's this? Yeah. Does anybody know Jessica White? Fly phrase from the Providence Plantations. I heard there's a family of hillbillies up in Rhode Island too that's terrorizing. Like a whole family of them that's terrorizing the area. Have you heard of them? And there's the which they, I don't know what that's, you know, if you looking up the science of the if you're looking up the science of the like eugenics and abortion and all of that, it's a case study of these people called Calicat. I think it's the Calicat family. And that family, it ended up being like 3 generations of you know, women that had babies at a young age and ended up in a mental institution or some shit. And they used that as the grounds for people being deficient and the deficiency being hereditary. You see what I'm saying? And so that whole idea about how we're, you know, kind of doing something humane for these kind of people that's not able to adjust and shit, it comes from that study.
You said the eugenics of abortion?
Well, the eugenics movement, abortion was a manifestation of the eugenics movement. Like eugenics, I mean, abortion was like the implementation of the eugenics, you know what I'm saying? Like the eugenics, we controlling, you know, who's born and who's giving birth and all of that. So Planned Parenthood.
Was it Calicat's blood?
Well, matter of fact, I keep saying abortion, that's my bad. The birth control pill in Planned Parenthood, you know what I'm saying? This is all from, what's the lady's name?
Oh, I know you're talking about. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I can't. Somebody here give it to us in a minute.
I heard you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's where she was a part of that movement. And Planned Parenthood and the birth control pill, you know what I'm saying? That was how they, because, you know, at that time, right? The Catholic Church, even though they not somehow like a mainstream political thing, they got some kind of hold on shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, any type of abortion or any shit like that, you know, even bringing the subject up in public, the Catholic Church is against this shit. You know what I mean? So how do you get this shit past them? You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna say, nah, you're killing people and shit. You know what I mean? But so to get it past them, you saying that no, this is humane because these people is not able to cope. They suffer. You know what I'm saying? We taking them out of their suffering and shit. You see what I mean? So that was just how I'm saying, you know, they worded it to get it through. You know what I'm saying? But it was a study of that. Margaret Sanger, that's her name. You know what I'm saying? It was the study of that family that they use to justify it, I'm saying.
We count like as black or what?
The white people. Mhm.
You know how people, well, you know how it's said that Planned Parenthood is on like a lot of black communities and like abortions and like Plan B and stuff like that is all created for like population control in the black community.
But see, it started, you know, it actually started in Europe. See, once capitalism came about, right, when it was just the monarchs and the peasants, everybody was who they was born as, you know what I'm saying? But once you start getting capitalism and people start getting slightly mobile, you know what I'm saying? You know, it starts to become a separation, you know what I mean? The classes start to develop in a different way at that time, you know what I'm saying? So eugenics and evolution too was all related as explanations for why that was happening. You know what I'm saying? That some people is evolved to be able to come to this, like, cause you got peasants, they coming out the bush, they coming from the farm. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when it's like, yeah, you know, now we in these cities and shit and things, so it's like, yeah, certain people, they not evolved to this level. That first was a social theory that existed for decades before Darwin made it a biological physical theory. You see what I'm saying? And so the eugenics, right, was there as like, you know, this is supposed to be the humane way of dealing with these people that's, you know, somewhere in the middle between fully human and animals. You know what I'm saying? So they can't go back to the animal world because they're not tough enough to, to live with the lions and tigers. And they can't come into the civilized world because they're not smart enough and, you know, skilled enough. So let's get rid of it.
And,
Reveal said, is the birth certificate considered a bond? I mean, all of this stuff gets complicated, you know, depending on who you're talking to. There is something called the full faith and credit of the American people, which is based on the output at present and anticipated in the future that the American cities will produce. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's economic, militarily, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So each person is definitely, I mean, even if you just look at it, and all of this is related to what you're saying, you know, even if you just look at it in terms of Social Security, right? There has to be a certain amount of people to take care of the certain amount of people that's getting Social Security, especially due to the fact that a lot of people, once you add in a medical care, is getting benefits at a level of money that they never made during their life. Like if a person lived 20 years, I'm saying the inflation alone, you know what I'm saying? Like it's people that never made more than $25,000 that get $25,000 worth of medicine every year. You know what I'm saying? Let alone all the other stuff. So, you know, that's actually something to look out for. I've been saying that, you know, but just in terms of the social aspects, but, you know, the economic aspects, I personally see a population crash that we're well into the midst of. You know what I'm saying? We're, not even girls in the projects have, 3 kids. You used to see girls with 7, 8 kids, 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? That used to be, you don't see that no more. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of females that got 1 or no kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's just not, it's not, when I don't even, only child was like the odd thing. So I'm like, that, like, well, you don't got no brother? Like, not even a step brother and shit? Like, that was like unheard of, you know what I'm saying? But so yeah, there's definitely a value placed on each person. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't really, we got to do that on the other channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, so all that Illuminati stuff, But I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but if it is what you're talking about, you need to look up a guy called Guy LaRouche. Guy LaRouche is one of these guys that see, and it's a lot of guys like that they run for president every year. Like, it's dudes that's run for president every year since like 1990. You know what I'm saying? But they don't never get, in the major ballots and none of that. You don't know, but yeah, Guy LaRouche, he run for governor in New York every year. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at, he has a documentary, him and his brother, on YouTube, where they saying that basically the IRS is accounts receivable. And each person has to produce a certain amount of money in order to pay the debts of the money that America borrowed to get them out of the Great Depression. According to this theory, the Federal Reserve was invented in order to break the American system and put them in a position where they had to borrow money again from the world system. And so, yeah, each person's birth certificate is pretty much like if you borrow money from the bank, and you have to provide your sources of income. You know what I'm saying? So each person represents the source of income that they used as collateral. Like I said, you can check it out for yourself. That's not this type of stuff. I'm not all that much curious about it. So we got a little complete. It says here that COVID has the same protein as HIV. That's not, I wish I could do that. I wish y'all could come on here because, like I said, biology is not my science. I'm not, I'm good at math, I'm good at physics, chemistry, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, to me, I'm like, damn, man, this shit got me. I'm straight 85. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this shit is about. Like, yeah, one motherfucker said, ain't no such thing as a virus. Like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is it? And I don't know whoever he's right or wrong. I'm just doing analysis. Like, I need to go back to school or something. But he says it has the same protein as HIV. That's how, I don't understand these things. Because, man, not to my knowledge, it's only 20 proteins. It's 20 proteins. What? 8 is essential, right? Meaning you gotta eat something with those 8 proteins. Your body produced the other 11 from other stuff that you eaten and other processes in your body. In 8, you gotta eat something with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, cats, they don't produce those 11. They have to eat meat. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like lions and shit, they gotta eat meat because they don't produce. I know a little bit. I got a little scratch the surface knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. If it's only 20 proteins, I mean, I'm saying all life has the same proteins. I'm under the impression. Or am I wrong with that? Like, isn't that the kind of secret sauce right there? Is the proteins linking together, and that's what forms the matter of our body, right? Or is that am I off base there? So IB said the pill is not mRNA, it is a protease inhibitor. When used in conjunction with ritonavir, the HIV drug, it is supposed to be 89% effective. So is 89% effective in prevention or 89% effective in treating?
And that's after you, all right.
So this is, I guess this book right here, if you get a chance, by Tanya L. Green, The Negro Project, Margaret Sanger's Eugenic Plan for Black America. Margaret Sanger, I mean, just in my analysis, is the person that turned it into a, we're gonna control the Black people in America thing. So when they opened up all the Planned Parenthoods, they opened them in the Black community. So we have a question here, what is a protease inhibitor? Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I hear it on the, when they put the pills on TV. They, you got the protease inhibitors and what they call it, the SR, the SRIs or some shit for people when you wigging out. Protease is an enzyme used during the life cycle of a virus to formulate the protein before budding. Protease inhibitors stop that process. Wait, you said Bill Gates revealed that his father was the head of Planned Parenthood?
What?
Hmm.
Is that right?
So you're saying that it's not necessarily the same protein, it utilizes similar mechanisms of action during its life cycle. So you said scientists counted all the protein molecules in the cell, and the answer really is 42. All right. So it's 89% effective in treating. The pill is now. We doing 22? Yeah, 23 is W wisdom. 24 is X unknown. 25 is Y. And 26 is zigzag zig, meaning knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
When I first heard of zigzag zig, somebody said it was like the way
I mean, yeah, it's about life. You know what I mean? We're, you know what I'm saying? It's you know, one way to look at it. The first way I understood it was, you know, by the shape of the letter. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you're going this way, and then something takes you out of your direction, and then you go back this way. You understand what I'm saying?
but I can see why. But, knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
You said there are 20 different types of amino acids that can be combined to make a protein. The sequence of amino acids determine each protein's unique three-dimensional structure and its specific function. And I hear
Is you about that? I think it said that the U.S. committed like 5 counts of genocide or something like that.
the United States,
No, I mean the UN. I think
the UN.
it was either the United States or the UN. Yeah. They were,
Well, the UN ain't got no soldiers, but you know, they've allowed some.
said the United States has been found guilty of 5 counts of genocide.
5 counts, so it had to be what, the Indians, Hawaii,
It said 1, police killings of Black, brown, and indigenous people. 2, hyper/mass incarcerations of Black, brown, and indigenous
oh
people.
yeah, that's it.
3, political incarceration of civil rights / national liberation revolutionaries and revolutionary.
Yeah,
activists.
that's that new age stuff.
4, environmental racism and
Yeah.
impact disparities.
You know, I'm thinking they're not as people now, you know, they wiped out some Indians. 98, from what I understand, 98% of the people that was on Hawaii when Captain Cook came there is gone. The vast majority of people you see there now is Japanese. When they originally, the most of the people there was South Pacific Islanders, like the people out of Oceania. You know what I'm saying? It's possible some of those islands in the South Pacific, they definitely took some people off of their land. In the like in the South Pacific Islands is where they tested the nuclear bombs and shit like that. So yeah, it's people over there, you know, but yeah, 5. So there's too much media in the time of you know, when America really is going overseas in the 1900s. See, back in, 800 BC, you come through this village, kill everybody. No, I'm saying niggas didn't even know they was here. You know what I'm saying?
70 years ago, WEB walked and fought the wars. And later on, Malcolm X, they brought that to the UN, like as a petition. To charge, like to be able to charge a nation with genocide. And according to the UN, the US was charged. Like, no, I don't think anything will happen.
No.
So, but it's just.
See, the UN is one of the places where it's like, even in their best moments, the problem with the UN is that you still got the powerful countries cutting their own deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, China know that they got X amount of violations up there, right? But now, if America votes to go forward with their violations at the UN, China is going to vote to go forward with the American. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, at the end of the day, not too much kids. Not too much kids.
I didn't think anything anyway. I'm gonna definitely more set Wizard of Oz video, and that was actually really interesting. Peace.
Peace. She said here. Oh yeah, people wigging out completely. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's going on with these people. But yeah, I already told you that. You know, we back now. I don't have a monologue today, I don't have a rant. Yeah, but we got any more questions here? Indeed. Before we sign out here. Don't, oh, what's it? Yeah, I can't even. I know one thing, man. I was looking at the kicks. I was like, damn, Shane, it's a lot of these jump offs I would get, but it's winter time now. What you said on the? But yeah, though, it's winter time though. We gotta find some other ones. I don't know. And I'm trying to, those gotta be coming from China. I'm trying to find the what's the names. Get the random jewels kind of. But what's the history of the father you was talking about? That's how they be doing shit. If you get enough, they custom it for you. That's how I got the Fame Labs hats. But I be with history you was talking about, I don't recall specifically. You know something, I got a particular presentation that is more than likely is gonna be prepared tomorrow about that, because the other brother that comes in here, he has some history that he got off of Wikipedia, you know, where they left a lot of things out. So I actually was going to make a presentation about, you know, those different dates, you know, so we could, because I was preparing it for the brothers that's coming here that's getting their lessons right now. When they complete with the alphabet, that's the next thing they was going to get. So give me one more show on that, and we're going to do a specific presentation on that history. You know what I'm saying? In terms of when the law went in the military, when he went in the mosque, and when he came out. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know, for the purposes of the class, we'll go ahead and hit the rest. You know, when the flag was made, when it was accepted, when the school came into existence. What else should we hit? The show and proof. You know, just a couple of little historical dates that you could add to your Asiatic calendar. You know what I'm saying? And that is important in terms of knowing, you know, just the history of what we're dealing with, so that individuals can't come and tell us that, you know, Allah really, you know, walked on water and threw people off the roof and brought them back to life. Right, Matterhorn, we'll get that in there when he was in Matterhorn. You know what I mean? You know, any other dates that people is interested in, put them in. If not, the comment box, we'll put them in the comments in the video after this is over. I'm just telling you, IB, when you go on Clubhouse, don't come to the room that I'm in. Yeah, absolutely complete. We can raise the value, you know, because, you know, I'm rocking it, you know what I'm saying? They might can make something happen, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't really, you know what I'm saying, try to, you know, what's the names, they're a little bit too entrenched. But just in terms of just, you know, the nation, man. At that range, put them in the store over here. I don't know if that was it. I think it was something else that had me laughing complete. I can't recall what it was, but I know I want to talk about that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. You know, I got to do some regular, see, I come on here, and build on all this high science, but I gotta go I gotta go pay the money on my daughter's phone bill. So I gotta catch it before a certain time. I can't go all night tonight. You fly this high, but you gotta come down and drink water. So we got any more questions? You said, who is the supreme mathematics, Cat? Who you mean, a person? Yeah, supreme. I mean, there's a couple of supreme mathematics. Oh, he got a room one there? Nah, I gotta check it. I haven't seen him. Only 5% I'll be on there with is I go in Encyclopedia Brown rooms. Lord Hashim and Umi Sedan, they had their rooms on there. I go in there and check it. But to tell the truth, I spend a lot of time in that room that you put me up on, because they be going for like the whole day. You know what I'm saying? And it be going back and forth. Like I said, I don't understand everything, but I get to at least observe, like, it keeps me on the cutting edge of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? In terms of information, it's so far it's been better than the news. But yeah, I have to check that. I have to check his room out. I don't know. But now there's so many people that we did our thing. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, we saturated the world with this knowledge and wisdom. Whoa. Complete, I've been on this Clubhouse app. This is where when I tell y'all, I'll be in the words of Great King Asiatic, gotta pay your rent. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But in the Clubhouse app, some I go in there, like I said, I spend a lot of times in the room I have. But for me, it's almost like sociological. You know what I mean? Like sociology, like I'm just studying different people and what they saying. I don't even hardly speak out, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? But other than that, everybody do the each one teach one. We didn't even, what's the name? We didn't even, I didn't even put this on my Facebook and that. So I guess everybody, all right, Jay has a question. what you said here, Jay? What's the question there? Oh. In the supreme alphabet, I got you born out power equality. What do you mean? What you got there? 25. Nah, that can't be. We got 25 and 15 is 40 and 21. That's not going to be power equality. Yeah, equality knowledge. That's what it should be. You said, so would you, who, you said you got the supreme alphabet that you borns out power equality? You said whether it's a mistake or intentional, it's bad teaching. See, when we get this knowledge, right? We all making our own book of life. See, it ain't like the Bible where they give you, this family's book of life. These Abrahamic, Noah, all these people, that's begat this person, begat from that person, that's their family book of life. That's the book of the activities that they've been living. You know what I'm saying? When you get the Bible, King James gives you his book of life. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least, I was a Baptist when I was a Christian. You see what I'm saying? So you get that book of life. See, when you come over here, we show you how to make your own book of life. Like I show you my book of life. See, first, my book is here. But you write your own book of life. So you see the people that come here, when they write it down, whatever it is, like, even if you get it on a copy, on the paper, right? That's something you got to manifest. Because each lesson must be quoted 100% before submitting to students to said lesson number 1. So it's really about what it is that you manifested. And the beginning of that, of you writing your own book, right, is you getting your own definitions to the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet. See, the stuff that you get on the paper is just somebody giving you a little insight into their book of life, right? So you can see the example of things that they drew up, right? But really, you're supposed to be making your own book of life, which you've done. You've already done it. You see what I'm saying? By showing and proving for yourself. See, whoever gave you whatever it said, power equality, and then when you say, all right, it's your book. Let me check this before I put it in my book. You see what I'm saying? And when you checked it and you seen that was right and exact, see, now you know. That one with the other person gave you, it's time to throw that out now. And write your own mathematics alphabet. That would be just the first thing I tell you right there. You're really not supposed to get it with no definitions. You see what I'm saying? That's the beginning. Like, this is an active science. It's not a science where, I just go sit in pews. And I was supposed to have been a good Christian because, you know, when my grandmother gave me that money to put in the plate, I put it in there. So now I'm a good Christian. You see, with this, you got to get into supreme activation. See, you saying that you everything from the highest to the lowest, beginning to the end. And you saying that you the maker all the way to you God of the universe. So now, what have you made? What do you own? All right, this is one of the first things you made right here. You made your book of life. So, you know, I mean, your question, you know, in terms of was it a mistake or intentional that a person gave you that piece? You know, I don't know if that person made an error, but that's what they had. That's not like our universal lessons. You understand what I'm saying? You know, but like I said, you know, positive elevation has already corrected errors. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just adding on with you. You know, you really, in terms of was it a mistake or intentional that the person did that? Maybe they don't know better themselves. You see what I'm saying? But the important thing is that you put in the activation and showed and proved it already. I mean, it's nothing left to say. You right and exact. True indeed, because I have broken everything down to make sure it's right and exact. I don't want to look like a fool out here talking about you can't be God. Yeah, but see, it's not just about looking like a fool. It's about being effective when you go out there to teach, you know what I'm saying, and affect the community. You know, that's when you don't want to look like a fool sending the baby to go do the wrong thing, and then they come out wrong, and then motherfuckers come back and say, yeah, that shit you talking is bullshit. Not because I disagree with you on the speed of light or some shit, but because you told us babies this shit and got them locked the fuck up. Or you told us babies this shit and they flunked out of fucking school. These motherfuckers with straight A's. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, listen, as long as you're doing what you're doing, you ain't never gonna look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? As long as you show and prove and you stick to the things that you can show and prove, you ain't even gotta worry about that. But you already got it. You just gotta keep doing it, you know, as you keep speaking it. And see, like I said, even with that, as you speak it, you see what I mean? And you put it into activation, and other people put it into activation. You see what I'm saying? You know, all those different things, that's all a part of the growth and development. They see one of the reasons why I could put things in a simple way, because I've been doing this 35 years. Practicing. So certain things that I might have tried to explain it to you that way, you know, 34, 33 years ago, I'm not going through that. I have an effective way, you know, efficient to add to something. Samaj 1001. That's quite a name. What is this? That sounds like is that from a movie or something? Welcome to the channel, Samaj. You came in. Oh man, listen, you gotta stay up here. You gotta stay up here. Yeah, though, man. But yeah, that's peace, Jay. Where you from, Jay? Looks like we got a couple new people. A couple new people came in today. Jay, don't forget to join us over on the oh, you from Patterson? You right there. You out there with my people. I used to be in Patterson. But Patterson, that's man's fucking knowledge, fucking supreme out there that return too. That's another y'all, man. Supreme knowledge, see supreme from out there. That was my G2, man. That was another brother, man, young brother, man. Like, yo, son, it's been the last years. It's just been rough, man. But yeah, fucking Mag, natural becoming natural down in North Carolina now, but I was seeing a guy, he was out in Patterson. I used to be out there with the ULRs. I know a little bit about Patterson, New Jersey in general. But yeah, welcome to the channel. You know what I'm saying? You know, join us over on it. If you look in the description box, you will see the link to our other channel, the City Sciences channel, where we flow from the survival scrolls if necessary. Other than that, in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna say peace. Signing off here from the G building, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Peace.
Yeah.